Yours now.
This microphone just wants to spin in my hand.
That's microphones want to do that. Get it together, Ian.
I'm together, girl.
Okay, apparently we're on air.
You will not sleep in that bed with me tonight. You don't understand the snoring with the drinking.
No one.
Cool, we're on air. Hi, guys. What's up? This is a really long list. What's going on here?
Oh,
Okay, don't look.
Hey everybody, I'm Shane, and this is Morgan, and he is going to do the questions for me tonight. Good luck with this.
Okay. He's got it.
All right, so this is normally 7 questions with Shane.
Yep,
This is gonna be way more than 7 questions with not Shane.
got it.
awesome.
We can do this.
I love it.
All right, so one thing. Some of them are gonna be either or.
Yeah.
You got to pick one,
You got okay.
Oh.
and
Yeah,
it
those
doesn't
are
mean
rules.
it doesn't mean you don't like the one that you didn't pick.
Okay,
Okay.
as long as we know that.
Right.
No, it's
Yeah.
Chicago or Nashville?
Chicago.
Ah.
Scandalous.
Closer. All right.
Yeah, you got to be in the mic because of the people online.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think you hit this one during the show. America's Got Talent or The Voice?
Oof, that's tough. I liked being on America's Got Talent more. It was easier. But The Voice, I really liked the friends that I made. So it's tough. Oh boy, pick one. I'll pick The Voice. Fuck it.
I would say America's Got Talent because I had nothing to do with it.
Oh my god. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, one for Ian. Jamming on stage with your favorite guitarist or the Boston Bruins win the Stanley Cup?
The Stanley Cup. Honestly, because I've been in a position where I've like been able to play the guitars with like some of my favorite musicians in the entire world, and it's great, but the downtime after that, where I'm like, yeah, the Bruins won it last year. I get so much more mileage out of it.
My god.
And I invest weirdly. I invest more in the Bruins.
No, you have no idea, you guys. It's awful.
Yes,
It's awful. It's like 4 nights a week at my house, and I'm like, when is this gonna end? And it'll be like
never.
June.
And the guitarist would be
If I was gonna pick a guitar player to play guitars with,
on stage in front of a lot of people.
Nels Klein. Right off the bat, I would just love to play with Nels. I think like we would just
The
get
guitarist from Wilco, ladies and
Wilco,
gentlemen.
yeah, and the Nels Klein singers and a couple other things that he does. But I would love to. I would if he was like, "Hey, let's play." I'll be like, "Okay," but then I also be scared. And if the Bruins won it, I'd be like, "Oh, there's nothing. There's no context. I would just be pure joy."
All right.
All right. Beatles or Stones?
Beatles.
Beatles, hands down.
100%.
down.
100%. Sorry.
I grew up as my dad.
Those songs, come on.
My dad was a blues guitar player when I grew up, and when he introduced me to the Stones, I was like, "Oh, like the Muddy Waters thing?" And then he was like, "Yeah, this is a band that was famous," and I didn't really understand it. And then when I did understand it, I was like, "Well, why didn't they do anything with the people who they took everything from?" And the Beatles.
Guys, like, I want my money back for my T-shirt.
Yeah. But the Beatles were their own thing, you know? The Beatles did their own thing, and where I just don't ever think the Stones ever did their own thing. Yeah.
Damn, this is brutally honest.
Well, I mean, they did cover a lot of those blues tunes, and that's how they kind of got started.
Well, the story that I remember hearing was when Mick Jagger went to Chess Records in Chicago, and he saw that Muddy Waters was painting the studio, and he was like, "That's really weird," and not like, "Oh, I took Muddy Waters and I gave him $1 billion because my band is fucking named after him." You know what I mean? He didn't do that. He just was like, "That's weird. I'm just gonna go party." And I was like, that is pretty telltale of someone.
This guy is steaming over here. Look at how steaming he is.
I'm sorry.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry, but that's me.
Come on, you
That's
got
me.
zero chill. I already told you I can only afford to take everyone's money, not half the people. We can't. He's steaming.
I know.
All right, so I had to make promises to do this, and I had to promise Teresa that I wouldn't curse.
Okay.
And I feel like after your set,
That's
like
tough.
I know.
What?
We
curse
love
a
to
lot.
curse.
I don't love to. It's just thank you.
No.
It makes me feel relaxed, and it's tough because it really does. And then I feel bad, like, because sometimes people aren't comfortable with it, and they're at the show, and then. But like it makes me feel very relaxed. Like I can be on a level with you guys that we're just hanging out, and that makes it easy for me to do my job and like express myself in front of you and relate, and we become friends in a way. And when I have to like be very careful about what I say, it makes me feel like there's this boundary between us, and it makes it harder for me. So it's not about like me just being vulgar as much as it's about like me just being able to be myself and let my hair down in front of you guys and feel close to you.
We love you, Sarah.
Let it roll, baby.
That's it really for me. So then people complain about the swearing, like, thank you. Like the Bluebird Cafe got mad at me. I got an email and they were like, there was excessive swearing on stage last night and we got several complaints. And I was like, but I thought it was a plus 21. I almost said Forever 21. I thought it was a Forever 21. Guys, it looks like I have no feet. I'm just floating in this Hamburglar.
Ronald McDonald or Hamburglar.
Ooh. Hamburglar, that style.
Yeah.
That, plus, I like stealing. No, I don't. Just kidding. Myself, the Hamburglar.
Ian,
Yes.
Elvis or Sinatra?
Sinatra.
Oh, yeah. This guy's like, get out of here! Can't stand you anymore. I'm gonna burn your shirt.
I and this is going to be controversial, obviously, but Sinatra had the Rat Pack, and he shared the wealth, and he was out there, and he was doing his thing, and there's not a lot.
And the other reason
Hold
is
on, there's not like a lot
he was
of
Italian like me.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of Italian American representation in the arts, and at that time, especially, Elvis. I love Elvis. I think Elvis was great, but I also think Elvis was an appropriator. And
Listen, Ian's
It's
got
rough.
a lot to say, and this is why we don't give him a microphone. He can be him. I'm just saying.
Oh my God,
Ian's
I'm
not
getting-
gonna. This is the thing about Ian.
girl, I'm
straight.
gonna get heckled soon.
Ian is not. Ian is never gonna give you the answer that he
No.
thinks is acceptable. He's just gonna tell you the truth, and that's just the way it is. That's Ian. He doesn't do.
Yeah.
He doesn't like. He doesn't go out of his way to make people feel comfortable. That's why I don't give him
No,
a microphone on stage.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's why I don't write a lot of the lyrics. But yeah, I just think like Elvis was a bunch of cultural appropriation. Frank Sinatra a little bit less, but still some.
Most people just say Elvis and it's over.
Yeah, I know, right?
See?
Sarah, Ian, full beard or mustache only? If you do not know Ian, he had a wonderful Billy Gibbons-esque full beard
I'm gonna
before the
I'm gonna go with full beard.
pandy. Are we calling pandy?
Pandy. I'm gonna go full beard. Full beard. I like the full beard.
Damn.
Come on, it was sexy.
No, I wish I could grow
He
it all
can't
back.
tell about how you feel like the guy with the dynamite stick in your face.
What?
With the mask.
What did I
The
do?
dynamite.
Oh yeah. So I wear a lot of masks, and it's responsible when we travel all over the place. And when I grew the beard back after COVID, and then it just looked like when you watch Looney Tunes and someone had dynamite blow up in their face.
After he wears the mask.
Every
looks
time I wear it,
so bad.
and
Okay.
because I'd have to wear it for like an hour at a time, and I couldn't do anything about it, and I was like, "This is terrible." And then I cut.
be back.
But the thing is funny is I cut it my mustache into this shape, And I was like, I came out and I was like all goofy. And I was like, oh, and Sarah was like, that looks great. And I
But
was
it
like,
does.
okay,
I was like, that looks good.
okay. Well,
Let's go with that.
goofy mustache.
I like when he did the other mustache with the mullet too. I like the mullet, but he's like, oh, I'm not bringing back that mullet to fashion. I'm like, dude, that fashion mullet, it was hockey hair. It looked good.
Have you ever thought about Ian just opening for you, maybe with some spoken word?
No. It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Yeah.
You haven't been on American Idol yet, right?
I'm too old. You have to be 25 or under. I'm
Boo.
yeah, way past that stage in life.
All right, singer-songwriter. John Prine, Bob Dylan.
Oh my God. That's like Sophie's choice.
Damn, that's. I'm gonna go with John Prine.
I'm going to with John Prine too.
Yeah.
I love Bob Dylan, but I think the most honest songwriter between the two is John Prine.
Agree.
Yeah.
Someone screams out, "What did he write?" I love it.
I just think John Prine was.
No, I love it.
He was at that moment
Yeah. Yeah.
and he captured it.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't create anything. Like the moment, like Bob Dylan tried to force people into that moment.
I don't think he tried to force people into
No, he did.
anything.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know.
Ayla, can you take this away from me? I'm up here. I'm dangling, girl. Thank you. I already.
That's my sister, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, no, John Prine's songwriting is so honest to me that sometimes when I listen to it, it's just like, it's more honest. It's less stylized, I guess I should say.
Best venue in America that you play outside of the Mucky Duck.
Best venue outside of the Mucky Duck.
Oh boy, my favorite place to play outside of the Mucky Duck. I really like playing on those cruise ships. That doesn't count. They're not in America. We are thinking of a small venue or a venue.
America, jeez.
Oh my God! Wait, let me think.
Do you want to open it up to international waters?
Well, yeah, I love the cruise ships, but hold on, let me think.
UK?
Well, I'm going to the UK for the first time in January.
Tell us more.
Yeah, I got invited to perform at the United Kingdom Americana Fest, and I got some other gigs over there at small places that are like this, and we're gonna just see what happens. I don't know. I've never been over there, so yeah. So we started a little fund because I'm gonna need to get. I looked into it. I said yes, and then I was like, tickets to the UK, and then I was like, oh boy. I was like, it's gonna be so yeah. So we have a centaur to the UK fund going for people.
Is Ian going to?
He is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going.
He has to because two things. I cannot drive on the other side of the road. I mean, I'm not going to be very good at that. But that's not even the real problem.
But
Here's the real problem.
I'm good at that.
I hate rotaries, and I heard
Oh,
London
yeah.
is just
Yeah.
rotaries freak me. Every time we come to a rotary, I'm just like, what do I do? Are they gonna go? Should I go? I don't know. And I always feel like I go at the wrong time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe she means a roundabout.
a
Yes.
roundabout? What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Roundabouts.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
roundabouts, so I'm scared.
Nobody knows.
So we'll be in the UK, but let me think. There's so many good venues.
Uh,
What's my favorite?
One that we always go back to and
No.
have a good time at.
There's a lot.
No, you know what the thing is? There isn't a lot. There isn't a lot that we love. It's just a bunch that are good.
What does that even mean?
I just like there isn't one that's like I can't pick one out. But there's a bunch that are like, oh, this is
Evanston Space. Booyah.
Space is
Boo!
great. Yeah, okay.
Evanston Space. That's a good venue. They got a slamming back room. Oh. And the
Yeah.
stage and the sound is really good. I don't know. I really like It's in Evanston, Illinois. Yeah. I like Evanston Space. There's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, there's so many good ones that it's hard to say.
I'm
right?
stumped.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
All right. Final stretch. First record you ever bought with your own money.
Oh.
Well, you're looking at me first.
Go
The Cactus Cassette by Third Base.
What is that?
Yeah. Yeah, Graham knows. It's like a hit. So they had a hit. The Third Base had a hit in the late '80s with Gas Face. No, I can't really. I don't. It's been. Well, you're gonna have to Google it. You're gonna have to Google it. For me, that was the first one, and I couldn't get that. The Cactus Cassette didn't have Gas Face on it. It was their second album or their first album. I can't remember, but it was the first one I bought my own money. But the first cassette I ever had was "Speaking in Tongues" by the Talking Heads, and my uncle gave that to me, and yeah, and that "Speaking in Tongues," the live Blues Brothers album, and the Cactus Cassette. I rode those out until I was like, oof.
Sarah P.
Oh, it was George Michael. Yeah, and my dad threw it out the window of our minivan when he heard "I Want Your Sex," and he was like, "What is this?" And I was so upset. I was like, "Dad, you don't understand. I will be your father figure." Loved that album so much. I loved it.
It was a great album.
It was a great album.
It was.
Freddie Mercury or George Michael?
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, obviously
Freddie Mercury, dude.
Come on.
I mean that.
That was an extra. That was an extra.
Somebody to love. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
like
dude.
insane, incredible.
First show, first concert.
First concert we ever went to, like it's
Not as a couple.
no, like in life. My first live concert was Bonnie Raitt. My mom took me.
Are you kidding me?
No, I was in the 4th grade, and I loved that Nick of Time album. The way she stood there with that red hair, she had her hand in the loop of her belt, and she just was looking at you. And I'd listen to that album over and over again. And she came to a place called Great Woods, which is like an outdoor, like big music kind of like really big venue in Massachusetts. And my mom took me to see her. And I've seen a ton of crazy stuff there. Like when I was a kid, I was like, I want to go see Bette Midler. Like I would go see yeah, I loved it.
Ian?
So Sarah earlier said that it was New Kids on the Block, but
Oh, that's when Shane came by and said you got to scratch that question. But I didn't exactly know what was going
No, it's
on.
okay. Was it really New Kids on the Block?
No, it definitely was not.
Hanging tough.
So the first time I ever saw a concert in like a venue,
Mark or Donnie Wahlberg?
Oh!
Mark, but the first time I ever saw a concert in a venue was the New Kids. But I had been going to concerts since I was like a little kid, since I could ever remember, because my dad was a blues guitar player in Rhode Island. And I mean, I saw Gatemouth Brown. I saw Pine Top Perkins. He babysat me. I mean, there was all these weird concerts I went to, but they weren't like in a venue. You know what I mean? It wasn't like if someone's like, I saw a concert and they went to like the Civic Center. I went to a bar with my dad.
I think that counts.
Yeah, and I saw all these blues musicians. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not.
All right, last question. We're going to take it home. Writing the song or performing the song?
Ooh. Oh. Performing.
It's okay if you disagree.
Yeah, no, you can say writing.
Well, I really love the discipline of writing the song and the art of expressing myself when I write the song. And I would have to say writing the song is like, I'm like, oh my God, like that was like the longest puzzle and I solved it.
Well, for me,
But I love performing.
performing the song is one of the things where
But you don't like songwriting the way I do. You like it, the music, but you're not like, I have this deep need to like express something that I like felt and expressing it will like heal me. You're just like, Yeah, that's good.
Well,
He just told me before the show that exact thing.
That exact thing.
yeah. Well, the whole thing about performing it is that. So when I perform a song, it becomes I feel it out.
Well, yeah, I do too. But the solving of the song, like the what do I want to say, and how do I want to say
Well,
it?
you
What
have all the-
perfectly says this?
What I'm saying is the
Is, like-
emotional moments in the song, I just express them when I perform them. And it's different when I write them. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a moment when I perform it. And that's
Yeah.
how I always think.
I don't write like that. So when I write, sometimes I literally will have a mic in a mic stand in my room and be writing the song as I'm thinking about like how I'm writing it, and while I'm writing it, I'll be like, okay, I have this cool hook for this chorus. I'm gonna just like perform this and feel how it will. Like how does this feel to me to perform? Like I step into that like while I'm writing it. Because if it doesn't feel good to sing it, then why I'm not writing? You know what I mean? It's not like that's not the right thing in the song. So it has to feel good to like sing as you're writing it. There's a lot of sitting around and just singing things that make no sense. It's like speaking in tongues. It's a whole thing.
Like an Applebee's jingle?
It's exactly like that. How did you know?
Oh my God.
5 years.
Absolutely.
5 years. Amy knows. There wasn't a jingle. It was just a birthday song. It
Apple
went,
Buddies.
Happy birthday from Applebee's to
No,
you.
stop.
We wish it was our birthday so we
No.
could party too. Hey, we know. And
Jeez,
people,
dude.
this was the most embarrassing part is you would be roped into it. Like, you'd be like, I need birthday runners. And then I'd be like, shit. I would just like hide. And they'd be like, we need birthday runners. Guys, come on. And then we'd have to go out and like sing for somebody for their birthday. It was awful. And sometimes fans now will be like, not fan, like every once in a while, someone will be like, it's so-and-so's birthday. Can you sing happy birthday to them? And I'm like, no. Sorry.
All right, Houston. Ian Crossman, Sarah Potenza.
Yes.
Thank you, Morgan.
I love you guys.
That's it.
That's it? We did it?
We did it.
All right.